Mel Albin. I'm the host and the founder of the Jazz Confusion
My
Power
name
Hour.
is Dion Parson, and I'm honored to share my passion of music with you, our listening audience, through my cultural heritage.
Things can change for you too. If you want to be brand new, that is absolutely possible.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Jazz Confusion Power Hour. I'm your weekly host, Mel Albin, and I'm the founder of the Power Hour. I want to welcome everybody to another great edition, and we have another wonderful artist to present her music and about how she goes about creating the music that everybody loves so much. The Power Hour was designed to be able to be an in-depth 1 hour interview, not only playing the music from the artists that we have on our show, but also taking you behind the mind and taking you backstage so you can see the artists and how they create that music every day and the dedication they have to their craft. I want to make sure that all of you really takes advantage and you have the ability to comment during the show and to ask questions about the artist. Please do that. You can go to sourcetvradio.com and you'll see it on air, and you'll be able to make any comments you want during the broadcast. Source Radio is a nonprofit 501c3 radio station. We support jazz and also Black and minority micro businesses to help them build scale to get on finance industry radar and ultimately create and increase the generational transfer of wealth, assisting the family and the community with equity and equality. We depend on listener contributions, artists who appear on our station for mutual support, and sponsors to cover the course of our broadcasting. Like any other station that's nonprofit, all of your donations are greatly appreciated and are always tax deductible. Now, the Power Hours had over 150 amazing artists, well known and becoming well known, musicians and vocalists. Some of the artists on the Power Hour include Eric Roberson, Mesa, Brian Culbertson, Paul Brown, Raheem Devon, Reagan Whiteside, Alex Harris, Samara Joy, Greg Adams, Jeff Beck, Tom Brown, Costello, Pieces of a Dream, Kamasi Washington, Keiko Matsui, Kim Scott, Cheryl Crow, Billy Ocean, Annie Lennox, Dwelle, Maria Antoinette, Jay Brown, Yulia, Blake Aaron, Terry Wollman, Her, Celine Johnson, Aaron Stevenson, Mavis Swan Poole, Cecily, the late Bobby Caldwell, Jeff Bradshaw, Dion Parson, Tammy McCann, and Eric Burden. And we've had many others and many, many others in addition, but I want to give you a range of the kind of artists that appear on our show. Tonight is no different. Tonight's special guest has been a defining presence in R&B for most of her life, pouring her heart into every note, telling her story through soulful, sexy, and authentic music. She's had the honor of collaborating with legendary artists like Gloria Gaynor, Kindred the Family Soul, the OJs, Patti LaBelle, Miki Howard, Chanté Moore, Glenn Jones, Shirley Jones of the Jones Girls, and many others. These experiences have shaped not only her sound, but also her deep passion for connecting with audiences on a meaningful level. As an independent artist, she has earned several awards and captivated fans with numerous sold-out performances. Her newest release, Stay Ready, is climbing the charts, and you'll get to hear some of that music tonight. So, without further ado, please welcome tonight's special guest, Anissa Hargrove. Welcome, Anissa.
Hi, and it's Annisa, Anissa.
Oh, I thought it was pronounced Anissa. My mistake.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I get it all the time. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to have you on the show. Yeah, I've listened to your music for some time now, and I really enjoy a lot of it. And
Thank you.
I wanted to bring it to our audience. So I always begin the show by asking my guests, what's cooking? New music, concerts, what's going on for the rest of 2025, and what's ahead in 2026. So why don't you share some of that with our audience?
Okay, so what's cooking? I'm still brewing this music, this new music. I'm trying to get it to the masses as much as I can. So I'm gonna try and ride the wave on the single, and I'm probably looking to release another single within the next month or so. So stay tuned for that. I have a concert on October the 15th, and that's here in Maryland at the Blue Dolphin in Crofton, Maryland. Yeah, so I have a concert there. And I just got off the phone with a few promoters earlier today trying to line up things for 2026. So nothing etched in stone yet as far as performances, because the calendars, in these places around here are pretty much for the end of the year. So working on 2026 stuff, and I may just create something on my own too. So stay tuned.
Terrific. Okay, it's a good start. Okay, let's tell our audience a little bit about your background and how you came to music. Where were you raised? What part of the country? What city? Was there music in your household? Tell us a little bit about your early childhood years and your access to music.
Well, I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. I grew up there, moved to Maryland probably in my later elementary school years. And music has always been a staple in our household. My grandfather, my aunts, my uncles, we all come from a musical background. And I grew up listening to all kinds of music, especially gospel music, as you know, that's deeply rooted in our culture. And I watched my mom sing. She was in the gospel choir. I grew up listening to Natalie Cole, Isley Brothers. Let's see. Did I say Natalie Cole? Yeah, Natalie Cole, the Isley Brothers, Brothers Johnson, the OJs. I mean, you name it. I grew up listening to all of those groups and artists. And so I got my inspiration from a lot of them. So that's kind of how I am still kind of have the love for the old school arts.
Okay, you have somebody already making a comment for you. Sandra Sawyer says, "Yay, Miss Annisa, love you, my beautiful niece, Twink."
That's my childhood nickname.
Okay,
I wasn't
right.
telling people that.
Well, she blew your cover already.
She did.
Okay, so there was music in your household, and you were born and raised in what city again?
Washington, D.C. Southeast, okay. to be specific, Southeast D.C.
And did you and when you were started to go to public school, did you participate in chorus or band or anything?
I absolutely did. So I started out, I played the violin for a little bit. I went on into junior high school, in which they call middle school now. I played the clarinet, and I've always been in the chorus. And I actually, in high school, I joined. Well, I had to audition because it wasn't, an easy thing. I had to audition we had one of the hottest top 40 bands in high school called Malika. And our course teacher, she put that band together, and I auditioned for that. So I did, top 40 music in the band as well as the course in high school.
Wonderful. That's great. After you completed public school, what was that? What did you do next? Did you go on to college? Did you start working on your career? What did you do?
Well, so before I even finished high school, I was introduced to one of the members of the groups called Special Delivery, and they had a hit song out. The lead singer was Terry Huff, and they had a hit song out called I Destroyed Your Love. And one of the group members just so happened to live in DC, and I was introduced to him. He formed a girls group. So I did not go to college right after high school. I did go though, but I didn't do that. So he formed a group, and we were called Hot Butterfly. We sang around town, and we actually hooked up with Donnie Simpson and Sugar Ray Leonard. And Nike, one of the guys that worked at Nike, he's still there. He learned of us, and we made the first radio jingle for the first Air Jordan tennis shoe that came out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it was a big deal. And Nike liked it so much that they actually funded us to do back then it was called, 12-inch or 445s or whatever. So we did a 12-inch single called Imagination. It was basically to promote the tennis shoes. So I kind of did music first before going off to college. And then I went off to college like 2 years post high school graduation. But music has always stayed with me, so much so that I was in all the talent shows in college. I always, stayed in music, even throughout my years in college.
Where did you go to college? You go away or you home?
I went away initially. I went to Virginia State, and then I finished at Howard University.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, so I and then I met in the interims in between all of that, I sang with different artists, Stacey Lattisaw and Christopher Williams, and I mean, I did a lot of work in between. I was always singing, so I don't care whether I was working a job or going to school. Music was still in my life.
Wonderful. So, were you at all affected by the local club music in DC? Go-go?
Was I actually, yeah, absolutely. I missed the many curfews going to the go-go's because back in those days, and this still happens now, they don't start until very late. Yeah. And so it was tough trying to get out of the house and having to be back home at a certain time when really the go-go's never started until 11, or that's at least where we thought the fun would start anyway. But yeah, absolutely. And go-go was, I still have a love for my go-go music. Absolutely. And you'll hear that.
That's why I asked you, because I kind of heard some of that in your music when I listened to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So tell me this: when would you say you made your career debut? Well, when did you know that music could be your career, that you can do this?
I still don't know if it's a career. It hasn't afforded me, unfortunately. I don't know. You can look at it fortunately or unfortunately, because I've been this close. I've met some of the biggest name people in the industry, from Sylvia Rhone to like huge people, where contracts were on the table. So, and for whatever reason, it just never ever got there. But I think career-wise, I'm still trying to make it a career. Let me just say that. Professionally, I think that I knew when I was 14, I knew that that's what I wanted to do.
Good. For many people, what's really changed in the music industry, it's good and it's bad. The music industry was controlled for years by record labels and radio stations. But the upside of that was they paid for your studio time. They did A&R. They told you what to wear. They helped you with dance routines. They helped you with bands and musicians and producers. They got you airtime and got you on radio and and all of that. Now, by the time you came into the music industry, most of that was gone, and now you got to do it all on your own. So for a lot of artists who have really even achieved #1 success on Billboard, and may even won a Grammy, they still have a day job. And that's because the support from the record label isn't there anymore. And if record label does sign you, it's only what have you done lately? If you don't
exactly,
if you don't get 600,000,
you're only as good as your last show, your last performance.
Exactly, and it wasn't like that before. Somebody could have a mediocre release on a single or a CD or an LP, and the record label would say, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Now they just don't want to hear about you. So it's tough, and I understand what you're saying between a career and being a professional. There is a distinction. I think you're right about that. So
yeah. Well, I mean, the record industry, they changed early in the 90s, the mid 90s.
Right.
They already wanted a package deal. I've gone to several record companies and record labels, and they were A&R was almost, gone, and they wanted a complete package. They wanted a whole album to be done pretty much. even in the mid 90s. So
Yeah,
it's definitely changed.
like I said, right now, if you don't stream at least 600,000 to a million streams, then no record label is really interested. They want you to have already done their work for them.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because,
Yeah.
and you know what? Talking when I did my first, well, we'll probably talk about it, but now I understand the question of why people, you know, when I was talking to, you know, people earlier when I first started recording music, they would ask me what was my budget. I never understood why they asked. Now I do.
Yeah, for sure. So look, let's let people hear some of your music, and I want to start off with your most recent release, "Stay Ready." That's from an album. And why don't you tell people the backstory on that song and on the album?
Stay Ready is about just kind of, you know, not missing the opportunity. So you know, that saying it's kind of cliche, but it's like stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So that's it in a nutshell. It's not a whole lot to it. It's just stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So that's my motto.
And how did the song "Stay Ready" come about? I mean, who wrote it? Who co-produced it? You know, how did you create the song?
So that song, you know, I came up with the concept. I didn't come up with the title, but I did come up with the concept and what I wanted it to say, or kind of like what I wanted to say. But I worked with a phenomenal, I mean, she's a phenomenal singer, songwriter, and she's out of Kansas City. Her name is Charmel Cofield. And so she wrote and arranged Stay Ready. As a matter of fact, she wrote and arranged all but one on this EP. And it was produced by Terry Poindexter, and he's also out of Kansas City. And I've been working with them, and it's like I found my dream team. So I've worked with them for a very long time.
Wonderful. Did you participate in writing any of the lyrics at all? What?
I'm still working on that part. I do participate a little bit. Like I may give, you know, some phrases, or like I said before, the concept of what I want it to be about, and or I may give a melody, or even, you know, a word or two. So I participate in that, and once that's done, you know, they will send me a draft and make sure that they're going in the right direction. And I may tweak it a little bit and say, well, no, can you change it to this? Or, you know, so I guess, you know, I definitely was a lot more involved in the creative process this time than I was on the first project.
Terrific. Okay, then let's play "Stay Ready" for everybody, and then we'll come back. Okay.
All righty.
Can we stop it with the games? I know you feel it too. I really need to speak my mind. 'Cause nothing's been the same the way it touched me. I think about it all the time. I really want you so bad. 'Cause you are the best lover that I've ever had. The way you kiss on me, your love so generous. You deserve this good love. So whenever you want me, babe, I'm right here waiting for you. Stay ready. And whatever you wanna do, baby, I'm willing. Stay ready, babe. And could you just
started it again. Yeah, we have some comments from people coming in.
Okay, good, good, good.
Sea Waters, doing my thing, has a go-go sound.
Yep, that's somebody who's heard it.
Okay, I told you, right? That's why I wanted to talk about it. Emma Moody, love this CD. I might have to get another one because this one I have maybe getting a little thin.
Thank
Okay.
you. That's good to know.
Another person, Terry Robinson, you really express a wide range of feelings.
Nice. Okay.
Anatosa Coletti, your voice conveys deep emotions and you really connect with me.
Well, thank you.
Emma Moody, hey sis, Sandra Sawyer. Do you know Emma Moody?
Yeah, I know. I know her. Oh boy.
You got a lot of people listening to your music already. Okay,
That's a
so
good thing. That's a
yeah, a
good
lot of
thing.
a lot of people are making some nice comments about it too.
I
So,
appreciate that.
I know you're a singer and you're an emerging songwriter. You haven't gotten there yet. But um, I'm just curious. When you went on to Virginia at college and you went on to Howard, did you study music at all?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, you know what I studied? Because I also was supposed to be a lawyer. So I
Uh,
studied political science.
who decided you were going to be a lawyer? You or your family?
I did. I always wanted to be that. Well, originally, even when I was very young, I wanted to be, oh God, I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a gynecologist. And then once I got to be a teenager and really understood what that was, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So, and I always was kind of like, I like the art of debate. So, I was like, hey, you know what? I think I want to be a lawyer. So I studied political science and music still took over. So here I am.
So, so after you finished at Howard, you decided not to go to law school?
Yeah, no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Music took over. Music and life took over. So yeah.
So let's talk about, you know, how you approach a song or like Stay Ready. Do you work with a team? Typically, for all the songs that you have in your EP, um, I understand that you have a group of people you work with, but what's the process? Do you always come up with a melody, or do other people send you melodies? Is it the same for every song? Does it change?
It varies. For Stay Ready, I didn't come up with the melody on that at all. I talked about the concept and what I wanted to say. Um, my producer, we talked, and he sent me like a rough draft of some music, and um, after that, I'll decide whether I like it or not. We'll talk about whether, I want live instrumentation or whether, we can kind of do it from the studio and how I want it. And then I would send it to the writer and say, hey, look, can you put something to this? And this is what I want to talk about. So that's kind of how that process goes, especially for Stay Ready.
When you think about creating your music, and you just mentioned studio versus having live band in the studio with you, what's your preference? And I can tell the difference usually when I listen to a song, whether it's been produced by live musicians or it's been studio produced. How do you feel about both of those? Are you comfortable with both, or do you prefer working with live musicians?
Well, I'm comfortable with both. My preference is live because I'm such a performer. I love performing. And so I like the idea of having my music to sound the way I envision it
Right.
on stage. So that's why on this particular project, not all of the songs were uh 100% live, but all of them at least had some live instruments, included in it. Like Stay Ready, it was it's got live, you know, keyboards, it got horns, it has a flute, live guitar, but some of it was programmed too. So
Was the rhythm section programmed?
yeah. I think the drums are live. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so it was kind of like a combination of the two.
Yeah, but mostly it's live musicians, mostly.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
that's how I prefer it.
You have a band, I presume, too, or
Uh, a
core of a band. Yeah.
core group of musicians that I use and I've been working with for a very, very long time, and they're very familiar with me. And I'm, very comfortable with them. The Unit Band here in DC, and they are a group of outstanding musicians, and they have done made a remarkable name for themselves because they too, play behind, legends like the Stylistics and the Manhattans, and a lot of the old school groups,
Right.
So yeah, so big ups to the Unit Band. So but DC, as you probably know, have so many talented musicians and
Yes.
vocalists here that you could never go wrong with any of them. It's just about relationships and your comfortability with who you work with. Kind of like, I've been working with them forever, so I kind of want to stick with them. But when they're touring or out on the road, I have no problem with calling on another group of musicians that will do the job just as well.
You mentioned the Blue Dolphin. We have an upcoming performance. That's situated right between DC and Baltimore. And between Baltimore and DC, there's a huge amount of highly skilled musicians. So,
Oh yeah, no question. No
yeah,
question.
yeah. Well, look, I want to ask you a couple more questions, and I want to play another song. Um, since you started, would would you say that your musical style has evolved or changed, or is it pretty much the same as it was? Like most artists over time, they pick up technique or they pick up something that transforms a lot of the way in which they present themselves on stage and on recordings. What about you? Do you see changes that you've made in your style and how you address a song?
Oh yeah. Even from the first album, I've evolved in my style, you know, uh, the style somewhat stayed the same. It may have, improved, I would say, but style is kind of like the same. My style has always been more of um a performer, but in terms of how I approach a song, I'm very conscious on the phrasing of it,
Hmm.
the actual styling of it, when to, be soft, when to belt out a song, so yeah, I think I've evolved a great deal considering, where I was 10 years ago.
Well, looking forward, looking ahead 5 years from now, do you see yourself doing any genre shifting? Like, so many, like, I'll give you an example. So many country artists in the last 5 years have moved towards country rock. It's not rockabilly, but they've really changed how country music's presented. Do you see yourself 5 years from now changing anything that you've been thinking about, or have a genre in the back of your mind you'd like to try out?
Let me tell you something. I would absolutely love to do rock. I I would love to do rock. I so would love to do rock. I love country music because I love the stories with country music, right? But rock, Yeah, I would definitely take a stab at that. Hmm.
You know the joke about country music. What do you get when you play a country song backwards? You
What
get your
is it?
house, you get your house back, your car back, your dog back, and your truck back.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, I have to remember that one.
That's an old joke about country music. Anyway, let's play another one of your songs. Tell everybody a little bit about the next song, "What I Got."
Oh, so what I got is that's a fun song. That is me. That is everything that kind of all wrapped. Well, this whole EP is just me all wrapped up into one. So, I used to be a bartender, and so I'm all about good vibes, good music, good drinks. I can make a mean drink, any kind. What you drink, I can make that too. So, so that song was about fun. It was about dancing and partying and just having a good time, letting loose, and just having a good time. So that's what that's about.
Terrific. Okay, here's another comment from Emma Moody. Hey, Arian. Do you know her?
Huh?
Do you know Emma?
That's my mom.
Ah, okay.
Hi, Mom.
All right, we got Mom in there too. All right. Here's another one. Gwendolyn Collins looking beautiful. Annisa.
Thank you, Gwendolyn.
You got all your fans coming out here tonight. And here's another comment from Gwendolyn. My favorite tune is Still Trust Me.
Bless your heart. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm glad it's still your favorite song.
Let's play the next song tonight from Anissa Hargrove, and it's called What I Got. Everybody, stay tuned.
It's a high that's unexplainable, thrill that's undeniable, climax so incredible, it'll leave you more for more. Get up if you want it, just lay
Well, that was great. I love that song.
Thank you, thank you.
We got a couple
That's
more
so
comments
funny.
coming
A
in.
lot of men like that song.
Yeah, you got a lot of comments coming in. I can't play all of them. Um, okay, let's see. Here's one from Gwendolyn Collins, Funky. Vanetta Baker, You Rock Boo. It's Net. Sandra Sawyer, yeah, that's my jam. Charles Moody, this one has energy. Len Lamott, this song is built on music is built on the foundation of Black gospel music. At least that's what I hear, and I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, you're getting a lot of nice comments from people that are loving your music tonight.
I love that. Thank you.
Yep. So let's talk a little bit more. I'm just curious, are there any particular themes, messages, or stories that you want to convey through your music that's important to you?
Yeah. So I want to convey to people that to be comfortable in their own skin. Do what makes them feel good. Just be good to others, but be good to yourself. So many people um spend so much time trying to please other people and doing what society says is, the right thing, and we don't live in our own truth. So I just want to just convey that, be who you are, because you can never, if you spend your life trying to please everybody else, that'll never work. So be who you are, be true to yourself.
Okay, that's a great message. People need to hear more of that today, especially. It's tough trying to, be who you want to be anymore. Because of social media and the pressures on young people.
It's such a superficial world that we're living
Yeah.
in right now, and people are trying so very, very hard to keep up with the standards of society, and it's really hard to do that,
It is.
if at all.
It is. It goes in cycles, and I think the concept of be true to yourself, it's going to make a comeback. I think people are going to.
I hope so, and I hope
Yeah,
I can lead that, be part of the, help lead the way to that.
I'm sure you can. I think people being bland is going to get boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious about, again, some of the changes. In your most recent release, the EP "Stay Ready," how is that different from your first LP you did 10 years ago?
Oh, because I was very, very instrumental in the creative process on this one. The first project, although it's near and dear to my heart because it was the first, um, but I really didn't know what direction I wanted to go in. I just would hear a track and say, "Oh yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll write, we can write to that or whatever." And I really didn't know. Like, so when people were asking me, "Well, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to sing about?" And I was like, I mean, I don't know. I just want to hear a song. If I like it, I'll record it. And if not, we won't. This one, I was definitely, I knew what I wanted to talk about. I knew what I wanted to talk about. I knew the direction that I wanted it to go in, and I had a story to tell. So, I was creative. I was very instrumental in the creative part. I knew I wanted live instruments. I knew how I wanted to sing it. So, yeah, it's definitely a huge difference than the first one.
Terrific. What I want to do is I want to play another one of your songs because time's going by so quickly tonight. I want to play
Mhm.
the song "Choose Me," and after I
Mhm.
play it, then maybe you could come back and tell us a little bit about it. So let's play "Choose Me" first.
Okay.
So this is "Choose Me" by Anissa Hargrove.
going away. But I'm trying to stay strong for you, babe. Don't know what I'd do without your love, baby. Just stay. Why do you even have to go away? Giving you all of me, baby. So tell me, why do you want to stay? We took that car ride in silence, and I know your heart's divided, but you promised forever to be true to her. I know that this just ain't right, so I gotta put my feelings aside. If you wanna go, do what you gotta do. If you wanna come back, I am here for you, baby. I want to, but you're forcing me to have to live a lie. Yeah, tearing me up inside. When all I wanna do is give all I have to you. Why don't you stay? Why do you even have to go away? Giving you all of my heart, baby, not just a part. Why you leave this happy home? Why you leave me all alone? Yeah. Baby, we made all these plans, and I can't understand how you can just simply abandon this love between us, baby. Why do you wanna go? Baby, we're so in love, don't you know? Baby, you're leaving me here in all this pain. Was it just a game you were playing with my heart, baby? She can't. Why do you wanna go, baby? As the last note plays, our favorite song is ending.
Wow, that's great. You have a lot of comments on this song. So let's try and go through a few of them. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Love your emotion in this song. That's Drea Carlisle. Lonnie Prescott. Did you do your own backgrounds? Love this song.
The songwriter did backgrounds, and so did I.
Terrific. Okay. Michael Redstone. Love the power of this song.
Thank you.
You're getting some great comments. People are really enjoying your music tonight. So
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you a thought question now. If you could collaborate with any musician, vocalist, songwriter, lyricist, arranger, or producer from any century, any place in the world, who would be number one on your bucket list and why?
Well, songwriter, we talked earlier and I couldn't think of her name. It's Diane Warren. That's who it is. Diane Warren has written for some of the most amazing artists like Celine Dion and Mariah Carey, and even Blame It on the Rain by Milli Vanilli. I think she covers all bases. So songwriter, I only get to pick one.
Well, go ahead. If you got a second one, go ahead.
David Foster. I know he's
Ah,
retiring now, but David Foster, I mean, come on. I mean, I love a big song. So between Diane and David, those big songs like that, that's who I would love. And if I brought it up to this era, this time, um, I like to go see Raphael Sadiq of
ah,
Tony the other night, and I think he's brilliant. So I think I would like to work with him too.
wonderful. You know, one of the, I guess who I hear your voice working with, Tom Bell and Gamble and Huff.
Now, well, I almost Gamble and Huff. See, that's what I'm saying. I was this close, but it just never happened because I actually was in Dexter Wanzel's basement and he was going to be writing songs for me and my group. And so it's so many. I mean, we would have to spend about 3 hours doing an interview so to really get the full story and all the things that I've done and the people that I work with. But yeah, Gamble and Huff, I could surely see that. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've mentioned during the introduction that you collaborated with Gloria Gaynor, Kindred the Family Soul, the OJs, Patti LaBelle, Miki Howard, Chanté Moore, Glenn Jones, Shirley Jones of the Jones Girls, and many others. Can you tell us about some of the collaborations that you think were most important to your artistic development and why?
Oh, I'd have to say Gloria Gaynor and Shirley Jones of the Jones Girls too, because I sang. Not only did I collaborate with them, but I sang background for them and I toured with them, and those were some of the best times in my musical career. But I study. I'm always a student, right? And so no matter how much I do, I'm always learning. And I studied Gloria, just her presence, her aura, the way she works an audience, the way she just connects with the audience, her grace and her style. I learned so much from her. Shirley, just the vocal range that she has, and coming from a gospel background, she and her sisters did worked with Gamble and Huff, as you know. They were from that Philly soul era, and just looking at how she works and how many hits she had and how her voice is still amazing to this day. Like I learned so much from both of those artists, and it was some of the best, like I said, some of the best times in my musical career. So if I never did anything again, my heart is full.
It's wonderful. You know, one of the people you mentioned and been on my show, I've gone to see several times, is Miki Howard. And one thing about Miki that I found is her phraseology, how she bends a word. That she understands the emotional content of a word and a lyric and a phrase.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a very unique talent, and she does have that talent when she's on stage and when she's recording. She understands the emotional content of the lyric.
Yeah, Miki is a force. She was a force, definitely. And sometimes, on shows, sometimes I would just almost forget to sing the the parts because I'm in awe of some of those artists. So yeah, I definitely can appreciate Miki's artistry as well.
Definitely. Well, look, we're definitely running down on time, so I want to play the last song of the evening, Doing My Thing. So why don't you tell people a little bit about that song, and then we'll play it, and then we'll come back and talk for another couple of minutes.
Okay. So really quickly, my producer sent me a clip of just a keyboard, just a little patch. It was just like dun 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 dun. That's it. And he sent it to me, and he said, "What do you think about it? You think you can work with something like this?" And I kept listening to it, and I was like, "Yeah." So the we started the process, and we both said, you know what, I'm not a go-go artist, and so I always want to stay in my lane, because go-go is huge here in this area, and I don't ever want to disrespect that genre, right? Even though I grew up listening to go-go's and go-go and going to the go-go's, I just wanted to pay homage to the go-go music in the community. So I don't like to call it a go-go song. I like to say it's go-go-ish, because it has the percussions and the drums. And a matter of fact, I had some amazing musicians right here from the DC area. JJ Williams, who is the drummer on that, who happens to be Shaka Khan's drummer. And then Mighty Mo, he plays with the renowned go-go group here called Experience Unlimited, which we call EU for short. He plays percussion. So I had to, when my producer said, well, do you want to do pay tribute to the go-go world? I said, well, I'm not a go-go artist, but if we're going to do that, then I at least got to have somebody on the song to make it sound like, you know what I mean? I got to have some go-go artists on there to do it.
I can tell you now, Chuck Brown would claim it as his own.
Listen, big respects to Chuck Brown. Rest in peace.
Yep. Let's play the last song of the evening from Anissa Hargrove. It's called "Doing My Thing."
The vibe, baseline is hidden, it's free in my mind. Lost in this moment in time. No time to go and press rewind. Every step is golden, shining bright like a diamond. Energy is amplified. How I'm feeling is electrifying. So I'm doing my thing, 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 doing my thing. Windows down, breeze in the air, got my music loud. Caught in this flow called life. No time to worry or question why. So let the good times roll in. Favorite drink, who's pouring? Let loose, no rules tonight, 'cause everything's gonna be alright. 'Cause I'm just doing my thing, doing my thing, doing my thing. Doing my thing, doing my thing, doing my thing. I'm on a high, got me flowing from inside. This is my thing, I'm alive. So I'ma live how I want and enjoy the ride. This is my thing,
That was terrific. I mean, talking that's definitely go-go. You can tell it right away. Here's some of the
Go-go-ish. Thank you.
Okay, here's some of the comments. Chantel Bishop, all right. Here's another one. Sandra Sawyer, great music, great interview, great chat. Keep rising and shining. Thank you, Mr. Mel and Mrs. Annisa. Okay, go rules, babe.
Oh, go rules.
Amy Dennison. Lanice Jones, you rock, girl.
Thank you.
Ariel Spencer, the Go-Go Justice, loved it.
Thank you.
Well, listen, that song's great. And what I really like a lot is the variety in your music. It certainly comes through, from love songs to go-go, the soul, you have it all. And, I think it's the way in which you're putting together this EP has a lot of interest because it's not repetitious at all. It's really well crafted. So congratulations. I'm looking forward to more music from you.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Well, look, we're running out of time now. So why don't you tell the audience first how they can become a fan, about your website, your social media, and where they might be able to find wherever you're performing.
They can find me on all social media platforms at Anissa Hargrove, the singer. That's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Anissa Hargrove on YouTube. And my website is anissahargrovemusic.com. So they can find out all about my upcoming shows and what I'm doing and just kind of, keeping up with me on any of those platforms.
Can they find an Anissa Hargrove fragrance on your website?
You know what? I'm going to have to do that, but they can find all the fragrances they want at my husband and I's store called Sense Aroma Oils in the St. Charles Town Center. And we also have a website at sensearomaoils.com. So any fragrance you wear in a perfume or cologne, we got it in an oil. So please take a look at the website or stop by St. Charles Town Center today.
Well, you definitely need to have a fragrance with your name on it.
You know what? I'm going to make that happen.
Another comment, Chantel Bishop, keep making great music, Annisa. We love you. Well,
thank you guys.
Annisa, it's been a pleasure. And, as you produce more music, I want you back, and we'll have you back again, and we can talk further and spend more time. You're really producing some great stuff, and it's a pleasure to have you on. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you for having me, and thank you to all the listeners out there that tuned in tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Wonderful. If you want to hang around backstage after the show, we can chat for a few minutes.
Yeah, that'll work. Thanks.
Good. Okay, good night. Well, that was wonderful. That was Anissa Hargrove. She's just really spectacular. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. From the comments you've been making, it looks that way, that you all had a great time again tonight, right here on the Jazz Confusion Power Hour. Next week, we have a great guest. We have Mark Williams, and this is another incredible vocalist. She mentioned Christopher Williams. This is Mark Williams, but he has kind of a Christopher Williams sound too. So, you really enjoy his music. So be sure to tune back in next Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for another edition of the Jazz Confusion Power Hour. I'm your host, saying good night to everybody, and we'll see you again very soon. Good night now. I'm Mel Albin. I'm the host and the founder of the Jazz Confusion Power Hour.
My name is Dion Parson, and I'm honored to share my passion of music with you, our listening audience, through my cultural heritage.
things can change for you too. If you want to be brand new, that is absolutely